Now for a look at what the Target 12 investigators are working on. North Kingstown's interim superintendent is resigning after just 2 months on the job and cites conflicts with the school committee as her main reason for the resignation.
Target 12 investigator Tolly Taylor joins us now. And Tolly, more turmoil in North Kingstown.
That's right, Kayla and Kim. And on her way out, interim superintendent Judy Paolucci is providing a detailed look at where she thinks the district stands. To quickly review, here's how we got here. Former North Kingstown High School boys basketball coach Aaron Thomas was criminally charged in July. Former Superintendent Phil O'Jay resigned during that scandal. In November, Paolucci took over as the second interim superintendent. This morning, Paolucci tells me she's resigning because, quote, the school committee has not created the right conditions for my success.
And Tolly, there's also a 3-page list of district concerns that she shared with you?
Right, and Paolucci does not hold back. She starts by describing the financial issues the district is facing, pointing out that there are currently 7 administrative vacancies. She says at one point, we are not always attracting the best of the best in the hiring process. She calls on school committee members to, quote, take more of a leadership role in fixing district issues. The chair of the school committee tells me in a statement that the school committee is prioritizing its search for a permanent superintendent, and the school committee is holding a special meeting at 6 p.m. on Monday.
And you can read Tolly's full report on that right now on WPRI.com. Switching gears, Tolly, Rhode Island House Speaker Joe Shekarchi was on Newsmakers earlier today. Our colleague Tim White asked him about his views on a specific constitutional amendment.
That's right, a constitutional amendment that would create an adequate right to a constitutional amendment creating a constitutional right to an adequate education. A bill was gaining steam last year. If it had become law, it would have allowed students to sue their school district due to unequal funding or for other educational disparities. It had wide support from state education leaders, but Shekarchi told us in June that he opposed it, effectively killing it.
Several issues that I have paused on. Number one, the constitutionality of it, number one. Number two, in Rhode Island, because we passed separation of powers, you're abdicating your responsibility of a legislature to solve the problem. You just started with your opening segment and you said the Senate is making it a priority about the funding formula. Well,
which dovetails with this conversation, doesn't it?
Yeah, but every year that I've been in the General Assembly, since I've got elected, we've increased spending on education. And this year I expect increased spending on education as well.
Yeah, and you can watch the full interview with the House Speaker right now on WPRI.com, and Tim will have much more coming up at 6.
All right, Target 12 investigator Tolly Taylor, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.